Hi everyone, welcome to the Celestial Tarot. I'm going to be doing some love readings for the month of July. I'm going to try to keep it open for singles, couples, or anything in between, but hopefully I can just pick up on the energies. So let's get it started. All right, Ace of Swords, so possibly good things are coming. Okay, so a few messages are first coming out. Some of you might be talking to someone or are going to meet someone, and for some reason it's just going to feel like rejuvenating. Like I'm seeing a new connection that's kind of really exciting for you. Ooh, okay, that was a lot of cards. Let's reshuffle. Sorry, it's like I keep hearing shuffle more. Doesn't feel quite right yet. The moon, so okay, I'm getting weirdly heavy energy with that, which I usually don't get. But first of all, whenever I see the moon, for me that means intuition, so you need to follow your intuition. But then I also heard blockage, but like emotional heaviness. So I don't know, it might be Mercury retrograde right now, and this might be why, but I feel like some of you have been thinking heavily about your relationships and been really sad about past relationships that haven't worked out, or have been thinking a lot about love and it not working out in your favor, like being really down about that. But I feel like there's a bit of emotional blockage that's actually stopping you from attracting the love that you want. Okay, these cards really want to come out. Also, for some reason, this is a very select message. Some of you might be seeing the number 333 often. So some of you, dreams have been very strong, which is actually interesting because with the moon, that might have been a sign earlier too, but for some reason I feel like either your dreams have been very vivid, are going to be very vivid, but also just pay attention to your dreams and what they're telling you. Or you've been stuck in your head a lot. And I think one of the things that I heard was with the Two of Pentacles, weighing your options. So I think some of you are like, if my ex came back, would I take them back or would I move forward? And I don't know if this is something that's been heavily on your mind and weighing on your mind, and you're like, okay, well, I see this new connection, or once this new connection forms, I think a part of you is going to keep comparing it to your past relationship, and that's very detrimental. And some of you just kind of want to keep your cards close to your chest. There's an emotional vulnerability that you're not ready to share. And you, it's like the idea, like, you're like, I want to be this badass who just, like, is intimidating when people meet me. Like, I want to give off that energy. I want to be very strong. But I want to play the cards close to my chest. Like, some of you might want to be, like, a bit of a player. Like, you want to come off that way, even though you might be a big softie inside. Like, you want to come off as a bit harder on the outside. Let's get some clarification. Messages to have nice. A lot of cups. Knight of Cups. Someone's going to come in and offer you something, and it's going to be very exciting. Mercury retrograde. Select message, but some of you might be hearing from someone in your past. But I don't know if this was necessarily a relationship. It feels like someone who was fleeting in your life that might have come in for a short time and it never really took off. A lot of threes. 10 of Cups. Yeah, okay, so the message that keeps coming through is that you are your biggest enemy. A lot of you, like, I see a connection coming in that's kind of going to shake things up in a very exciting way. Something that you haven't experienced in quite some time. But I think you've been so hurt and you're very closed off as a result. Like, I think before you ever let yourself invest in any kind of relationship, you will create a whole list of reasons why it won't work instead of just giving in. And you need to let that go. Like, I am seeing, like, it's funny, I call this my pride card, because of the rainbow, which is pretty fitting, because it's Pride Month. So, select message for someone out there. Yeah, but I'm seeing success in a lot of your relationships. But yeah, there's a huge weighing, like a heaviness in your head. And I think I need some clarification on the Six of Rods, but like for me, it feels like, again, it's that energy of wanting to be tougher than you are. So like you are going to pretend to be you're going to pretend to be a bitch. Like, I don't want to say that, but because it's easier than being vulnerable with someone. King of Rods. Yeah, it feels like games, like a cat and mouse. Like you're excited by the games, but you're just like, I'm gonna be very careful of how far I got. Your dreams have been so vivid. Like I feel like your headspace has been very foggy, and I don't know if it's just old feelings coming up or a lack of clarity, or some of you are really like, I want love, I'm ready for love, can I get it? But then you doubt it. When it comes, you're like, well, I'm not sure if I was ready for this. Again, a choice keeps coming up, like weighing your options. Do I follow my heart or my mind? Like, that might be something that's on your mind. Wow, this is coming in really strong, but my heart is hurting right now. So, for those in couples, something has happened recently, and it feels like they hurt you, and you haven't told them that they hurt you, your partner. And I feel like you're doubting this relationship. Like, my heart hurts. They did something. I'm going to pull a love oracle card to see if I can get some clarification on this feeling that I'm getting. But just wondering, like, did I make the right choice with picking this person as my partner? Okay. Well, that's very interesting. I don't think these correlate at all, but I think they're a sign that things will work out. So we have the coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. And Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, or meeting, hesitation. Yeah, I just feel like there's a overlying shadow, or maybe cloud is the word, of like uncertainty of like, do I dive in? Do I continue? Do I allow myself to give in fully to this relationship? Let me turn that over. Strength. Yeah. You need the strength. You need to be honest about what you want. You're never going to get what you want if you don't say it into existence, if you don't ask for what you want. Anyone in a partnership, it's so easy to be upset, but if you never tell the person what you want, how do you expect them to read your mind? You're never going to get anything you want if you don't openly communicate what you need. All right, let's get some more messages for our Geminis up there. A message of I work so hard on building who I am and building myself back up that I'm scared that someone's going to tear it back down. You're like, I have made some fucking progress. Sorry for the language. But it feels like you've looked at the work, you've looked at yourself, and you've had a hard evaluation, and you're terrified that someone is going to break this again. You've been hurt, and it's so scary to put yourself back out there because you know how much progress you've made. But just take a second. You're going to have these options. And find the beauty in these small moments. And I'm seeing you might actually meet someone through your friends. Like, I'm seeing through someone you're going to meet someone. Exciting. This is really weird. make sure, like, I don't know why, but I think some of you, this is very select message for someone out there, but like, when you go out on dates, I think you think a lot about, like, are we going to split the bill? Like, that's going to tell me a lot about this person. Or are they going to offer to pay? Like, I don't know if that's something you think about a lot. But for some reason, or in relationships, I feel like either you take on the role of, like, financially, like, stable, and that kind of scares you in a way. All right, let's pull the last few cards for our Geminis out there. Oh, honey, the Lovers. Oh, the King of Swords. So the Lovers, this is represents Gemini, so that's good. I mean, it's representing you. And I think with those two cards together, again, the mind is, I don't know, it just feels so heavy. Like, I feel like your energy is a bit distorted. And I think maybe you've been dreaming so long about what you want that you're worried that it's never going to come. Or you've been dreaming so long, you're like, I want love, but... I'm sorry, did you see how that candle flickered? That was very odd during that. I think that was a confirmation that you've been dreaming, but I also think some of you are really suffering with wondering whether you're worthy of love, and you shouldn't be thinking that way. I'm going to pull some last love oracle cards to end this message. End this video. Let's see what oracle has to say. Okay. Oh, that is so sweet. So we got soulmates, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract, the sword and the rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, power. And this is a very select message, but for some reason, rose tattoo, someone you like, that might be significant. But I very clearly saw someone with a rose tattoo. But yeah, those are the messages. I'm sending you all my love and light.